me to come and explain how we get class size allocations and how we have to make decisions about class combinations and that sort of thing. So I have brought for you Chapter 4 of the manual that the Department of Public Instruction gives us. It helps to explain how these things work and what our responsibilities are as a local education agency. The top piece is just because we copied the front of the manual, so you would know what manual is. And then inside is Chapter 4, because Chapter 4 is the part of this manual that deals with class size. Also, the other night, which I didn't bring again tonight, I had copied a page of the state legislature's law manual for schools, and I didn't recopy that tonight because it's represented in the chapter again, so I didn't redo that. But first, I want to explain to you how we come up with our numbers. The state of North Carolina allocates to school districts numbers of teachers based on their projection of what our school enrollment will be. And that's for the county. And they use both last year's numbers and other kinds of population trend information that they have to determine how many teachers we're going to get. And they do it by grade spans. Kindergarten through 2nd grade, then kindergarten through 3rd grade, and then 4th grade through 9th grade, and 10th grade through 12th grade. Those are the grade spans that they use to give us our allocations. Then they tell us that we have to maintain certain teacher-pupil ratios. And those are given to you on page 32 of the manual, or the first page of your handouts. And you see here that in kindergarten, we must keep at no more than a 1 to 21 ratio. That's the same for 1st grade, 2nd grade, and 3rd grade. And in 4th grade, we have to keep at least a 1 to 26 ratio. Now let me interject here because it was an excellent question the other night. You know that in grades K-3, we have teacher assistants. But the state does not count teacher assistants in that ratio. The state gives us additional teacher assistant positions to be able to have a lower ratio of adults to students in the classroom, but they do not count assistants in that 1 to 21 ratio. So that 1 to 21 is 1 certified teacher and 21 students. Now they allow us to go up to 24 students if we have to. But they don't want you to. They want you to stay 21 or lower in grades K-3 and 26 or lower in grade 4. The reason I'm just talking about the grade 4 is that's the only ones today that we're discussing. You can go up, heaven forbid, and we have in this school before, I understand from some teachers who've taught here a long time, to 29 in 4th grade. But we wouldn't want to do that. And the state says that's only in emergency purposes that you can't do it. Now, if we ever exceed 1 to 24, or in grades K-3, or above 26, or above 29 in grade 4, we must submit to the state board, North Carolina State Board of Education, a request for class size overage. It's a waiver request to allow us to go beyond 29 students in a 4th grade class or beyond 24 students in a kindergarten through 3rd grade class. Before I move on to talk about our specific situation, do you have any questions yet? Yes, sir. The Perry Harrison population here, if we use state allocations, they allocated to Perry Harrison. Make sure I have the numbers right and I'm not confused our schools. 8 to 28, and then 28 and a half, Algina, right? 28 and a half teachers. We placed here, the district, 30 teachers. We placed here 30 teachers before the school year started, and then Perry Harrison ended up being 34 students shy of projections. So the school already was given 1.5 to 2 teachers more than your allocation justified, and then you ended up with 34 students less than we thought. So when you add all that up, the school actually got 3 teachers at least more than your allocation. So you didn't really lose a first grade teacher. Your school administration and school improvement team looked at where to put teachers, best guess for who they thought was coming and where those kids would probably end up. Over the summer, they moved a teacher from first grade to 4th grade. So you didn't lose them, you had 3 4th grades last year. This year you have 4. You had 3 4th grades. This year you have 4 4th grades right now. You had 4 first grades, and this year you started off with 3 first grades. 5? Okay, thanks. Hey, Maria. Yes, sir.
My question is, we did not get into this economic process. With Bryan Chapel going on, with other subdivisions being built, and they would have been moved in, did the board just not allow enough teachers, or did the school itself not? I mean, all this growth has been coming on for a long time, and everybody knows it's coming.
Yeah, everybody knows growth coming. But that actually did not have anything to do with this allocation. As I said, Perry Harrison actually has been allocated more teachers than you pull down for students.
But what was that standard based on? If the economic situation would have been based on it, stayed like it was, if the economic did not solve everything, what was that based on if you would have had an extra 500 kids here?
Okay. If you had more students than you had been projected to have, then there are 2 things that happened. One thing is that after the 20th day of school, when we report to the State Department of Public Instruction our enrollment, if you have a certain number over than you were predicted to have, the State of North Carolina Department of Public Instruction would allocate us additional positions. The reverse has happened right now. We don't have as many as we thought we would have. We actually are 34 less than we thought we would have. And actually the whole district, though we're not under much, we're very close to what our projections were. So we aren't going to justify getting any new teachers at any of our grade stands.